The stitch spacing on our pattern is 6 mm. I use a single hole punch because I don't have a punch with a 6 mm spacing. Now we leave all of this to dry for a couple of hours. Then we will stitch this part. Cut this part. And move on to the next step. In this part, we use a white leather lining. After this part is glued, we need to punch the holes here again. Once everything is prepared, we move on to stitching the handle. We attach the hardware here and sew it on. This is how we stitch the handle completely, and on the back side we attach the hardware in the same way. If you want to put something here, right here, inside, some kind of padding, a rope or a wire, this will make the handle more comfortable. Since I don't have it on hand right now, I won't be doing this. Press it all together. Right away, while it's fresh. Next, we've got a very After we've made the handles, I will now stitch the bottom and the bottom reinforcement. We will be stitching all of this with white threads, and I'll explain during the process why we use white. I will also explain why we use the black and white lining and the white leather lining. It's all interconnected. And all of this is because I want to make the piece in black and white. The main part will be black, with white inserts. Let's move on to the next step. We need to sew this part to the main part. But here we need to decide what to do first. Either attach the handles here first and then sew the piece together. Or sew the piece together first and then attach the handles. Choose whichever way is more convenient for you. Some people find it easier to attach the handles first and then do the rest, while others prefer the opposite. Personally, I'll start with the handles, attaching them first and then doing the rest. I think this way is more convenient. I stitched the handles with black threads on purpose, so that wear won't be as noticeable during use. And if they get dirty, it won't show as much. Pay attention, I am intentionally stitching the handle through the lining. Why am I doing this? To make sure that when sewing the main part, the lining stays in place and doesn't move. Even though it's glued, it can shift slightly. We're moving on to the final stretch. The handles are stitched, both on this side and on that side. Everything is prepared and looks perfect. Next, we need to sew this small part to the larger part. Next, we need to sew this small part to the larger part. As I've mentioned before, and my subscribers know this too, I don't like doing everything by the standard. If I have the opportunity, I add something of my own to make the piece unique. This time, I will add a strip like this. This will be a white trim on the bag. This is what I was talking about. It will create a contrast along with the white threads. Next, we will sew all of this together, using an inside seam. We'll start sewing from this side. In this way. We place it here. Insert the strip. It should be folded like this and facing inward. It starts here, in the middle, and the trim goes all the way around. We will sew with black threads. I think black threads will suit this better than white. This is how it looks so far, and since it's not tightened too much yet, we need to insert the padding. I will use this kind of padding. It's a clothesline rope. It fits here very well and holds the shape nicely. We insert it into this spot and tuck it under the threads. We leave a few holes at the edge unstitched. And we sew it this way. Of course, this is long and tedious. But it's worth it. This method highlights the beauty of the bag. This is how it will look. I think it will add uniqueness to the bag. And now the most anticipated moment has arrived. At least for me, it definitely has. The last detail remains. We need to attach a convenient keychain here to open and close the zipper. This is the bag we ended up with. If you liked it, give a like and leave a comment. You can purchase it on Etsy. The link is in the description.